Hi, it's Tish here. I just got done doing a Supreme Court simulation. It's the first time I've ever done it. My name is Mary Beth Tinker with the landmark court case Tinker V Des Moines. Look down below and you will see all about my life. I want to tell you teachers how to do a Supreme Court day. So I've never done it before, and here is what I did. It turned out awesome. So I haven't learned how to do the picture inside of a PowerPoint yet on a video, so I just wanted to show you what I did for this day. I dress up as different historical people, and today I was Mary Beth Tinker, so the students know that they have a substitute day. My room looks like this, okay? And I tell the students, come in, grab a seat, just bring your iPad and a pen and come on in the classroom. And I talk about who Mary Beth Tinker was and about the crazy 1960s and some of the different historical events in the 60s, some of the different music, and of course all about segregation, the assassination of President Kennedy. We talk about the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Act of 1965. Those are great back pocket references for my We the People competitions and what is in those different acts. Then we talk about women's liberation and the rise of women's rights and how women were demanding equality. We also talk about Stonewall Bar in New York City and the gay pride protests. But most of all, I spend time on the Vietnam War and why people were protesting against that. And we talk all about people dodging the draft and how every night there was on the news the count of the dead and the people coming back in body bags and how horrific it was. I then go and tell the story of Mary Beth Tinker and how in 8th grade she and her brother and another friend wore black armbands to school, how she got suspended from school, and how her parents sued the school district. They lost in court, in the local courts, and went to the 8th Circuit Court of Appeals. They lost there as well, and then it went all the way to the Supreme Court. Majority opinion stated from Justice Abe Fortas that held that students do not lose their constitutional rights when they enter the schoolhouse door. Very famous quote. Schools can only limit those rights if they can prove that the conduct would materially and substantially disrupt the school's operation. And the court found that the armbands were a form of symbolic speech, and they are protected under the First Amendment. Now, the dissenting opinion was by Justice Hugo Black. He said that schools do have the authority to regulate student conduct, to maintain order and discipline. He believed that the armbands were disruptive and could cause a disturbance in the school. Through this, the students learn how to look up a court case. They understand what a majority and dissenting opinion is, which is very, very helpful in our We the People competitions. And then it goes on to tell about the impact of the case and, of course, criticism of the case, as well as the conclusion of the case. Now, when I'm finished talking about all of those things, then my students get to participate in their own Supreme Court simulation. I've chosen two different cases, Hazelwood School District versus Kuhlmeyer, and Grutter versus Bollinger. My students are then divided up into groups, and 9 of them go to the front to be on the Supreme Court. I pick a number between 1 and 100, and the closest one gets to be the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court. We then go through a worksheet that I created that I will link down below, where the Chief Justice assigns different people different jobs. So the first job is to review the case, and they will review it together, but the person who presents will review the case, how it went through the different courts and so forth. The second group of people will state the majority opinions, and the next group will state the dissenting opinions, and the last group will tell the conclusion, and if any other court cases occurred because of this court case. Now, the people sitting in the audience, they will use the back of this sheet. They will also review the case, but they will come up with questions to quiz the Supreme Court on their decision. So they will have time to talk to them about what they believe. Now, my We the People students are working on CER. I will link this down below as well. And this is a method of answering questions. This has been a fabulous day. May I encourage you to get dressed up, change the room around, make it a really great day, and just something a little different. This isn't hard to do, and actually this was a very relaxing day, to be honest. And I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that you are excited about being that kind of teacher that goes the extra mile. Now, remember, subscribe, like. I'll be putting teacher stuff in here, but also things just about life in general. And I know what you're waiting for. Chachi Marie. Peace, love, joy. Say no to war. Bless you. Chachi, do you have your cute little tie-dye on? What are you looking for? Okay, Kansas City Chiefs, because you know. You know. Uh-oh. What are you looking for? You see a lizard? Where's the lizard?